Hello. Uh, this live stream first of all needs a charger, otherwise it won't happen. So I'll get on with that. It's going to be a chat about war. There's been a couple of things over the past few weeks that have come to my awareness about war. I don't really follow politics because for me war, for me politics is totally stupid. At least the modern way that it's managed and organised, the system is just so ridiculous and unworkable that it's just such a waste of time, one's energy to start talking about and contemplating. I mean, my uncle told me in Greek what politics means. Politics is taken from a Greek word. Don't ask me, I'm not great with Greek, but basically it translates to affairs of the people. I try not to get into other people's business, so it makes sense for me not to get too much into politics. And when you've got such a stupid way of organising the world, managing something as serious as war, the amount of troubles I'd give myself in thought and self-contemplation is ridiculous, so I don't waste my energy. But obviously my eyes see different news posts on Facebook and the like, and I ponder about politics and obviously in turn war. And there's been a couple of interesting points over the past few weeks that have come to my attention that I realise I don't understand modern war. I mean, what is war? You think back to the Romans, the barbarians, you've got Genghis Khan, the samurai. And there's all different elements. The samurai would have an element and code of honour, wouldn't they? They would say, if you're caught, you can perform that samurai act of killing yourself and cutting your own belly open and not having the other samurai kill you. They give you that chance to resolve your own shame in not being a better warrior. When you think back to the barbarians, and you think anything goes, you know, just savage. Genghis Khan, you know, totally brutal. And you think about the Middle Ages, you know, rape and pillaging villages and the like. So you got extremes of anything goes, and then you got codes of honour. And I've realised with these two, 3 points, I don't really know anything about modern warfare. It's a bit weird and strange to me. So they're trying to be like the samurai on one level. We're gonna have this code and these rules around war collectively, which is a bit weird. If someone invades you, you're going to do everything you can to stop that happening, aren't you? That's what makes sense to me. If I was the president, prime minister of a country, and I had my next door neighbour kick up a fuss and send the troops in, I'd go all out in response. But no, that doesn't seem to be the case. For instance, the news article that finally sparks me into some sort of decision making. Sorry, I'm just going to be sorting my coffee out at the same time. I'll show you my espresso machine. I bought a proper espresso machine, second hand. I don't like buying new when possible. I'm stingy. I bought one off eBay. It was a decent one. It cost me about £70. I saw it had a retail price of 200, so I thought it should be safe, and it was good, but it was just not Gabriel proof. I'll find a way to break everything, and I'm going off on a bit of a tangent. I'll come back to war, but yeah, I was experimenting with different coffee blends and putting herbs in it and doing me, and the coffee machine said, sorry, can't do Gabriel coffee. It bent a bit of metal, straightened the metal, and it's still spewing out water everywhere. So I've got a little portable espresso machine, which I'll show you. But back to war. I saw today that America was going to give Ukraine the permission to fire missiles deep into enemy territory. And it's only been of late that Ukraine has started to enter on an offensive level into Russia. I just think that's a bit weird, isn't it? This country is attacking you. Yes, you've got to put up your defences. Then you're going to also want to make it as hard as possible for the country to justify the war to its own people. So wouldn't you fire missiles and everything into Russia on occasion, you know, 1 in 20, 1 in 30, just piss as many Russians off as possible to kick up a fuss against Putin, or just to let them know you're at war too with us. You know, it's not just a one-way show. I don't know the mind of a general. I've never read The Art of War. It's just what makes sense to me. But it's only today America's given Ukraine permission to fire missiles deep into Russia. I don't know if that means they've just given them the actual missiles capable of doing that, but it's not a million miles away. I thought they'd have been able to obtain those missiles themselves. And then you've got Israel and its offensive against Palestine. Sorry, I better go on with the coffee as well, otherwise the water will go cold. It's offensive with Palestine, and there are countries that are withdrawing arms sales to Israel as a matter of principle and ethos. It's a bit rich, isn't it? You've got a gun. Yes, you're a citizen. You've got to abide by the law. But you're on an offensive into a country. That's the best that people can do. If it's really that bad, oh, that's terrible what Israel are doing. Let's just stop selling them guns. Let's just stop selling them bombs. Surely it's either wrong by some sort of international law, and the whole world should be kicking up a fuss. I think this is like the second video I've got creating a problem against Israel. I do not do politics for my life, and I would not take sides over a war and give some sort of view on a political level about it, even though I have a very clear view of it on a personal level about what's right and wrong. War is wrong in general. Full stop. You're firing bombs, you're wrong. You're firing bombs, you're wrong. Simple. Simple. I can understand one side, and I can't really, well, I can understand the other side. I can understand both sides. I think one side's a little bit more harsh and the other side is a little bit more insane. So it is a really sticky position there. But how can Israel do something so wrong, and the worst that can happen is that people that are selling the arms are saying, oh no, you have bombs, but you are not allowed to use them in that fashion. It's not the people that are selling the bombs and the arms, is it, that should be kicking up a fuss? It's the politicians, the governments, the legal systems, the justice institutions worldwide that should be taking action here. The people that are selling bombs should be like, oh man, this is cool. This is cool, another war. But it doesn't seem like that. It's just, I mean, you can understand why the arms sellers are doing that. They're like, look, we understand the finality of war. It's not the best thing in the world, but we make a shit ton of money from it, and we have to really be on top of our game, and we can't be seen to be doing certain things, so we take action. But somehow in them taking action by start saying we're not selling arms to Israel anymore, that's it, that's the finality. Shouldn't it be followed with whatever international justice tribunals, courts and everything else go along with it? It just seems like the least that can be done is being done. Oh, they're doing something that's questionable, let's just cover our back. This is the UK now, let's just cover our back so we don't annoy our citizens. Oh, we just stay out of this one. Well, how can you stay out of this one? It's either wrong and the whole world should be on Israel's back, or it's not wrong. Simple, isn't it? I told you I don't do politics, and I'm insane. I've got a justifiable mental health label on me that says Gabriel the Insane. So it's an insane man's view who doesn't really do politics, having a look at politics, having a look at war, trying to understand it sanely. I mean, I've got a mental health label that says I'm insane, but to myself I'm absolutely sane, 100% sane, and I have a right to ask questions, and I'm wondering what sane people think. So yeah, people are stopping selling arms to Israel. That's all good, but it's a bit like you're just trying to cover your own backs, guys. Surely the arms sellers, the arm sellers, not the leg sellers, the arm sellers should also have some sort of red flag that they can easily wave at the same time and say an alert. The judicial, I'm not great with language at the best of times, judicial system, the international judicial system, to take action. I mean, we're not talking about companies now, we're talking about countries. So modern war is a bit weird. It's got rules. I've never been a fighter, but oh, this is my espresso machine. It's a portable one. It's got Wakako. Great name. And you just pump it, and it. So, look, we'll get some coffee in a second. Let's see. My hands are all filthy and slippery, so there you go. The coffee comes out at the bottom. Great invention. You just need to have the right dexterity to put yourself through this process for that much coffee. It's a hard chore when you drink so much coffee, isn't it? So I need my espresso machine back desperately. So yeah, I'm just of the mindset, you know, if you're in a fight, sorry, I don't start the fight. I'm not a fighter. But if I'm in a fight for whatever reason, I'm going to be kicking you in the nuts. I'm going to be fish hooking you in your mouth. And I'm going to be poking you in your eye. Quite simply, that's it. What are you doing? It's for your life, no holds barred. Surely, how can you take something so brutal and try and put some sort of concept and international rules on it? It's stupid, isn't it? Surely other people can see that. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, don't ever make me the president of a country. I will not go down. Well, mind you, I wouldn't have an army. I'm a pacifist. I just don't see any problem thinking about war. I'm not going to kill anybody or. Sorry, my soya sauce, I take sips. It's a really good high quality 4-year fermented, gluten free, tamari based soy sauce. I've got a terrible memory, but when I did my research, this specific one said high consciousness for whatever soya is. Sanchi, it's all back to front. Sanchi, gluten-free, organic tamari soy sauce, 4-year fermented. That's where the money is with soy sauce. It's my own research. But don't trust the madman. Tastes really good though. I have to order it online. I can't buy it locally, and I tried on a couple of occasions, really expensive ones as well. I don't think they were too much cheaper, if at all, and from Whole Foods around the corner, and it just wasn't the same. So if you like soy sauce, get onto this. If you like espresso on the move, get onto this. If you like war, just take away the rules, unless you're a samurai. Now that's different. Why is that different? Because the samurai were all contained within their own country. They were all samurai. It wasn't like, you're a samurai and I'm a cowboy. No, they were all samurai. Yeah, eventually the guns came and the samurai died, but when the samurai were about, it was just samurai. And it's the whole way of life, Bushido. They all would have abided and lived by that code and moral standard. And they would have had the understanding of the other individual to say, if caught, the shame upon you is so great, I understand that. What harm is there in me chopping off your head? Sorry, instead of me chopping off your head, you do it yourself. That's basically it. And there's a high moral standard there, ethos. So I think that's where it's at. We need to get the samurai somehow in charge of international law with regards to war. I think that'd be cool, you know. Get rid of the guns and take it back to swords, you know. Make it a bit fairer. If you're at war, you're going to kill this army and this army will kill this army, and no civilians get harmed. No bombs and buildings getting blown up, insanity upon insanity. What are you going to blow up infrastructure for? Why? Think about it. Infrastructure. Innocent individuals live there. If you win the war, you own that country, sort of thing. But let's just say that you take control of that country. You want the infrastructure there, and you don't want it a mess. And if you lose the war, well, the infrastructure isn't really going to be any other problem for you. We just don't take certain things into consideration. We could do it all on one battlefield instead of large, massive areas of land. We don't have to question morality over things like drone strikes and silliness like that. So I think the best thing is arms dealers need to get back into the art of sword making. I think that's where the money is. And charge like £1 million for a sword. It's possible. In the right world, the right economy, with the right backing to suspend all insane bomb and drone and submarine nuclear this and whatever we've done in the past with toxic fucking chemicals and landmines. Just make a ditch or something and put a sensor there to say they've fallen into a pit, and that's it, you know. Go and pour hot ash on them or something. Don't, or just, we can do better, man. We can do better, and the arms dealers still get their money. People still will die. Don't worry. That's what you want. That's the fan that's just turned off. I'm sure you've all been craving that. It's quite annoying actually. It's quite loud. I seem to have broke it, but I've got enough coffee. I think it's gone a bit, I was going to say warm, but it has. It was hot, it's gone warm, and then it would go cold. Really weird concept that. It's a bit like the arms dealers. They're hot at the moment, and they need to go back one step to craftsmanship of the death weapon. the killing machine. And you can't really do that with a bomb, can you? What are you going to do? Stick a sticker on the side and put a vinyl wrap on it and give it a paint? And no, it's a bomb. It looks ugly. It's cold. I didn't boil the water enough. So I've got a cold coffee and I want to cry. But yeah, arms dealers need to go back one step. And I think we all need to meet the arms dealers there, because I think that is a really good idea for humanity to get war in control for each individual human being. If we realise where it is now is just absolutely obscene and ridiculous to what it means to be a human being on a shared planet. Sorry, Genghis Khan, rape and pillaging is one thing, but dropping a bomb where one bullet, pretty much, that's what we're saying, one bullet, one arrow, one fireball can take out millions of people. I don't know if a bomb has ever taken out millions of people, but there are bombs that could take out millions of people, if not the whole fucking world. And it wasn't Oppenheimer. I didn't watch it, but wasn't that the question that was raised in the movie? And I've dropped my smoke on the floor. I'm going to have to try and pick up my foot, because I don't have a lot of movement here in my tiny flat. I don't know where it's gone, so give me a second. I need my smoke. There it is. Slightly smelly smoke, but I'm desperate. So yeah, there were bombs that have taken out thousands of people. I mean, Hiroshima, and why can no one ever remember the other one? It's always Hiroshima. Hey Siri, what was the other city that was bombed in Japan in the Second World War other than Hiroshima? Nagasaki. Shall we have a little delve into Wikipedia and see what the wonders of oh, I need to get this phone on charge, which is the hotspot for this one, otherwise the live stream goes out. And there's 2% battery, so it might end like this. Probably will, because this charger and this phone were having a fight earlier. Couldn't get them to communicate well. Ah, here we go. There's another charger. And it's the phone. It must be the phone, because it doesn't want to charge. So I'll say goodbye from now, unless we can get it working in the next 30 seconds or so. Oh, just had it. A problem charging this phone. I need to get the port cleaned. Anyway, there we go. No, I told you. Let's just end it now. Have a good week.